What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with another haul video. Now, before we get into all this comic haul madness, let's go ahead and smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the bell notification, so when videos like this drop ever so randomly, you will be one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to not whether to watch it now or later. But as long as you watch it, we appreciate you. So go ahead and do that. Take care of that business while the intro rolls. And if you want to see what I got today, stay tuned for the video. All right, I got several goodies from several different sellers today, and we'll talk about a little shipping craziness. So I got this from Gorilla Tie Comics. He had sent me a package with a sketch that he had done for me, as well as some other books he'd been holding there for me just to mail it all at one time. And I noticed that he had left a book out. Now, mistakes happen, whatever. So I reached out to him and he goes, okay, what book was it? He said, I'll take care of it. I was just going to say, hey, just hold on to it. Or it was like a $4 book or whatever. I was going to say either refund me the money or just hold on to it and I'll pick it up when I buy some other stuff from you in the future. He went ahead and sent it on out and he threw in an extra. So this is the book that I got from him, Thor #3. This is the fourth printing, and so probably the coolest scene in that whole book when Thor breaks Stormbreaker there, Beta's hammer, and so he threw in the Virgin cover as well. So shout out to Gorilla Tie Comics for taking care of the peeps. In this case, it was me. Also, got some really cool Batman from Good Old Comics. Now, don't know how active they are on Instagram or live sales on their own. The times that I have seen them, they have sold through Elite Comics, who has a much bigger platform. And I actually last year, bought my giant size X-Men 1 from them and was pleased because when I got it, I realized it had a lot of pressable defects. Was able to send it to Eric, the comic book _ presser, and get it taken care of and got that grade bump, as you might recall if you saw that video. And so when I saw they were on the Elite Comics auction, there were several Batman that were up there. And as you know, I'm working on my Batman 200s run this year. And they had this beauty up there, Batman 211, about a 5.0 to a 6.0. So they had this one up there. This is fitting in that little criteria, 200. But, you know, when you're sitting there thinking, well, I hate to mail just one book, right? And that's what they're hoping you're thinking. And they threw some other stuff that was not in the 200s, but it was old Batman, so we went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. This is Batman 195. So it's about a 3.5. That Mylar just worked wonders. Mylar magic. Also got a Batman 142. You know, Batman used to have some wonky adventures back in the day. Ruler of the Bewitched Valley. Fools, you were warned of my powers. Now my creature will destroy you. Holy dragons, Batman. So there's tape on the inside of the cover, about a 2.0, and they marked it down for me a little bit. And then I also got Batman 178, about a 4.0, and it's got a really cool date stamp right there. There was a couple other Batmans I was going to pull the trigger on. I wasn't quick enough, stalled too long, and some other people picked them up. So glad to have those in the PC. One more off of the 200s list, and then those other ones that probably would have eventually went for anyway and got to combine a little shipping. Now let's talk about craziness when it comes to mailing. So typically when I mail stuff out, I mail it priority mail, which used to meant 2 to 3 days. Couldn't guarantee it was going to be there in 2, but typically it was. So when COVID hit and everything went wonky as far as delays and that kind of thing. Priority meant just, hey, it's going to get there with some shipping included. It didn't necessarily mean any time schedule whatsoever. So today I got that package of the Batmans was priority. Okay, I got the package from Gorilla Tide, which was first class, and this other box of stuff was media mail. Now, media mail is the slowest of them all, and it said literally 7 to 10 days. And all of these were mailed out, if not on the exact same date, very close to each other. For me to get the media mail, a first class package, and a priority package was kind of weird, because one of them came from Kentucky, one from Las Vegas, and one from Kansas. But I've had stuff come from Florida, which is closer than any of those three mentioned states, on priority, and it not get here, and it took weeks on end. Makes zero sense, but it's the government. What can you expect? And these are the people that you're wanting to trust with more of your lives? Better think about it. So, Burke Family 54 Comics had put up there that he, and I guess he threw this hair in for free, because I ain't mine. I don't have that much. Up on the Burke Family Instagram post. Those are people that are members of his channel, of which I am. And he said, hey, I got some comics, just trying to sell them to move them out. And he put them in lots, like, Spider-Man, Hulk, that kind of thing. And so he put them in lots, and I bought up most of them. And he bundled them all up in that media mail package and mailed them for me. So shout out to him for the deals. And so the ones I plan to show you today are the ones that I'm actually keeping. There's a lot more of these that I'll actually be selling on my auction sometime or another. So depending on when this video releases, you might have already seen some of these, or you might have purchased them. I don't know. But first off, I got Spider-Man, Storm and Power Man versus Smokescreen. So that's kind of cool. Got a little Luke Cage and Storm action going on there. This is one of the deals where they were trying to get kids to quit smoking cigarettes. In particular, this young black guy who was had a potential track career, and of course, cigarettes would kind of derail that. He lived in the hood. Don't know what any of those have to do with each other, but I'm just saying this is all part of the story. So they step in and convince him not to start smoking or quit smoking. Then I got Amazing Adventures #1. This is, of course, retelling of X-Men 1 back before digital comics and all that. If you missed X-Men 1, this is how you had to read it, right? This is from 1979. And so since I have an X-Men 1, have a couple of homages to X-Men 1, I say, well, hey, I'll just go ahead and keep that. This one on the back, I already have a copy of that, so I'm going to be selling it. So in packing, we were talking about shipping, and he's like, well, I'm going to need to do some for extra bags. I said, dude, just put them, double bag them. I mean, I've got extra old bags, stuff I sell. I'm going to rebag them. Rebag the ones I want to keep either way. So just do that, and of course doing that saves space and save me some money. So this is not what I'm keeping. I was kind of unsure of this. This is the Hulk run. There's a one that I want to get back. I used to have it. It's him versus Wolverine, but it's John Byrne, which is pretty good. So this is issue #4 of that. I'm not sure if I want to start down another rabbit hole. And then the other thing with this #4 is it is a new stand. And then I also have 2 of that same run, issue 2 that is, and it's a new stand as well. So this is one I am keeping, Incredible Hulk 389. Look at that, Steven Spot. Reflection. Okay. Then we've got Incredible Hulk 390. Of course, this is the quintessential Hulk for me. growing up. Somewhat McFarlane, but I really started looking at Hulk after McFarlane, but still stayed on with Peter David, Dale Keown, and tag team there. And of course, this is one of those stories during that time. Also got Hulk 452 from 1997. This is a Mike Diodato cover. In 1997, this starts to mean a little something. Newsstandy. This one, I don't think I'm keeping. This is Rampaging Hulk. This is another one altogether. I don't think that is the same as that one there, because $1.99. Maybe they just added that. I don't know. I'm checking that. But also got Incredible Hulk 451, another Mike Diodato Jr. cover. And then he had these two. As an aside, I said, dude, I'll pay for them separately. I don't want the lots they're associated with, but I just want those two books. Because I was really, of those lots, I was really thinking, okay, stuff I could sell easily or stuff I wanted, right? I didn't want to get a lot of stuff that was just going to clog up a bunch of space or, have to twist arms to get rid of. So this right here is Killer Instinct, if you remember the game from the 90s. That's what it was based on. It was done by Acclaim, because Acclaim owned Valiant Comics. And so this is the special number 1. There was only one special, but so pretty cool. And not one you see in the wild all the time for sure. Then we've got Detective Comics 531. So I said, hey, let's pick that one up too. Then we got Incredible Hulk 457. So this is Kubert cover. Yeah, Adam Kubert. I get Andy and Adam, their art is so similar to each other. Obviously they're brothers, but I get them mixed up. But this is the one where Hulk is actually one of the Horsemen of Apocalypse. I believe he's War. And so he fights the Juggernaut. So that's pretty cool. Juggernaut in there is pretty cool. And it's a newsstand, making it even cooler. Then we've got Incredible Hulk 455. Him fighting the X-Men. Again, a Kubert cover. So very nice to pick up that as well. These other ones, I don't think these are... so yeah, there are a bunch of newsstands, especially with those X-Men stuff in there, which is kind of interesting. Oh, I'll tell you the big book of that. I'm going to sell it because I just bought one of these off of Macari, and that is the Pressman variant for Uncanny X-Men 303 when Eliana dies. It's not in the best of shape, as you can see. This little tear right here, a little stain right here. But the other have pressable defects on a Pressman, right? But seriously, these are not the easiest in the world to get a hold of. I just bought a copy of this. I was like, oh man, the way it always goes, right? But these are easily $5 to $10 books, even in the shape that they're in, just because this is what happened to them when they came out of the board game, which is what this is from. People read them, they threw them away, or they get crumbled up somewhere. So there's this one. There's the X-Men 11, I believe, but it's silver, unlike the other ones. There's the one where Professor X is walking. That's the more rare one. And then there's one with Exodus on there as well. And so there's 4. I think there's 4. I don't think there's 5. I think there's only 4, and this is one of them. So I have 2 of them. This one and the X-Men Silver one. Yeah, so that was pretty cool to get. So I'll help somebody get that into their PC. And since I got it in my hand, cool Fatal Attractions with the Nightcrawler hologram. Too bad it wasn't the Arrow variant. That would have been a nice one to add to the PC on the cheap. But a lot of the Wolverines, they even got that Wolverine that was a Rob Liefeld cover. So Rob Liefeld did 2 at the end of the first full run of Wolverine with him and Deadpool that are kind of pricier books of that entire run. And one of them was in there that I just bought again, right? And it was a newsstand, so that was pretty cool. But again, so somebody out there that is a Spider-Man or an X-Men fan, they're going to be able to get themselves a deal, because I got myself a deal. And so there you go. But tell me what you think about these pickups, and tell me what you think about some of the videos I've been dropping. Basically, I've been dropping videos every single day. Let me know what you think about those. And until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.